Mr. Douglas. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Hang With Mr. Douglas. Today's episode, in the vein of the information that I am ever so curious and interested in, we are going to be talking about a particular manifestation technique, Cliff High's manifestation technique. He posted a video about this recently, and it's real clear. So clear that I felt compelled to break it down and deliver the pieces that I found relevant, go through his technique. So that's what we're doing here today. Real short intro on Cliff High. The guy is a badass, and I highly recommend you check him out. He's got a Substack, he posts videos, and he's had one hell of an adventurous life, which we'll go into briefly as we move forward here. But he is a man of many talents, one of which was creating the WebBot project, in which in the 90s, and I think he's still doing it today, he scours the web, and this program will plow through all of the language that humanity dumps online in an effort to suss out patterns of recognition that would portend to future events. Fascinating work. Again, highly recommend you check him out. But today we're going over his description of reality and how we can manifest within it. So he begins by saying that reality is self-serve, right? We live in an illusion, Maya, the materium, maintained by a supreme consciousness. It's very familiar. I mean, this is Gnostic style information. And it appears a whole bunch of other places too. But I mean, this stuff goes all the way back, right? Supreme consciousness. We're all in it. We're all of it. And that matter is mostly empty space. Science has told us this. The atom is mostly empty space. All of the things around us are mostly empty space. What we experience, according to Cliff, is a persistently refreshed frame rate style perception. We're not consciously aware of it, but the universe is winking in and out of existence, producing a kind of film-like effect of solid timeline forward. He says that consciousness co-creates reality, and our individual consciousnesses participate in creating what we experience. And that parts of our mind beyond normal awareness are what is constantly shaping our 3D life. There is resistance to this idea. You may feel it within yourself because our whole modern society is couched in materialism, in that our experience is this physical experience, and that's it. That everything that we have in terms of relating to our inner kind of experience is a happy accident generated by firings from a biomechanical meat suit that we call the body. That's what I say, that's what he says, and I think deep down we can resonate with the idea that we are more than the sum of our parts. But there is resistance to this idea. The materialists, what he calls the gritologists, want people to believe only in the hard, fixed matter and conventional science paradigm. And that they may be suppressing. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are suppressing teachings about consciousness affecting reality. I think it's also breaking apart, and we are here at a turn for humanity where now this information is becoming so prevalent, so accessible, that we can actually tap in and get to it ourselves. Again, why I'm here today. So manifestation is complex, according to Cliff, as a whole, but simple in its parts, and you don't have to have an understanding of all the metaphysics and philosophy to get going. You just need the operational pieces. Most people get random hit or miss results because they only use one part of this process that he'll describe. Usually we're leaning into visualization and ignoring the rest, which includes the body, the emotion that we carry with us, and the ability to let go. Difficult, not impossible. So the body is a part of this manifestation circuit, and the brain is an antenna or focal lens, but not the source of consciousness. Gritologists. Certain physical systems are emphasized, and what he mentions and names the lemma, which is the mental speech or language center and the pre-verbal impulse before words. What I like to call the thought before the thought, the place where the thought sits before it is filtered through language. And there are times when I can notice a thought appear and then notice the process of it quickly being labeled and named and categorized via language. So the idea is to get to the place before that process. He also talks about how the emotion centers, the pineal and pituitary gland, generate energy that floods the body. He says that the vagus nerve or the vagus nerve and the PC muscle or the pubo oh goodness, I have to look it up again. I don't know how to say this. Hold on one second. So the vagus nerve or the vagus nerve or the PC muscle, the pubococcygeus muscle, is they're core tension energy sensation generators that will send that energy up the spine that is used to charge manifestation. This also is mentioned pretty specifically by Joe Dispenza in his meditation technique, where you are actually squeezing your perineum, your pelvic floor muscle to send energy up the spinal column, up into your brain. He also talks about how physical exercises can be used to focus attention on specific muscles and organs to link the mind's intent to the body. He says that emotions are fuel, and that is self-evident, I think, at this point. Emotion is emotion, energy in motion. Tom Montauk mentions this. He says that emotion is actually the nitro fuel for manifestation. Cliff says that any strong emotion can power manifestation, love, joy, and even rage, but destructive emotions can harm your body and mind. Emotion must be raised, directed, and then stopped at the right moment. Interesting that he says that rage can be used. I am recalling the PK Man story, Ted Owens, where he would sit in front of the TV during Philadelphia Eagles games and get super pissed off, drunk, smoking a cigar, and yelling at the TV, but focusing his intent on the game, trying to change it. There are newspaper clippings about this like terrible season that the Philadelphia Eagles went through, which he claims large responsibility for. That, too, is a fascinating story. Jeffrey Mishlow wrote that book, PK Man. Good book. So Cliff goes on to say, you can't override other people's free will. You can't manifest another person to behave or desire you or something in a particular. You can't mess with somebody else. You can't manifest somebody else's particular perspective because they're also co-creators just like you. Obsessive attempts like stalking or simping produce suffering and delusion. I think that's pretty clear. And it does not produce the desired outcome. Doesn't matter how much money you dump on those lovely e-girls. Manifestation is not instant or effortless either. There is a time lag between the energetic work and the physical appearance. And that we often will still need to take normal actions. That makes sense. We got to live our lives. We got to exercise, devote time to work and projects that align with the stuff that we want to manifest, with the thing that you are trying to manifest. The results may not match the exact superficial form. You may not be standing on the exact same luxury yacht that is a solar-powered silent runner, but the universe will fill the shape, the lattice, the structure that you have designed. So he does talk in his video, and I will link his video down below. Fantastic. He talks about his personal experience. He says that he died from colon cancer in 2018. That he was extremely underweight and that he used these manifestation techniques plus physical training to rebuild strength and health. And if you look at him now, he's jacked, right? The dude did it. So now he focuses his manifestation on physical rejuvenation and capacity, not money or relationships. He's got those on lock. So his step-by-step manifestation process is this. 1, choose the outcome carefully. Decide what you want in principle, like health, strength, a particular kind of life situation, financial ease, but don't micromanage every detail. Make sure that it doesn't depend on controlling another person's will. You can't have somebody think you're the bee's knees through manifestation. 2. Form a clear inner instance. In your lemma, hold a mental snapshot of the outcome you are desiring in that pre-verbal, that internal imagery symbol space. This can be a vivid picture, a stronger body, doing massive chest reps, running with ease as I run in my chair. Or it can be a short inner statement. I am robust and active at 72. I am full of calm and confidence at my life situation success. The key is that you experience it as already real in some sense, not maybe someday. 3. Generate emotional energy around it. Consciously evoke strong feelings that match the outcome. What does it feel like to be standing on the shores of Lake Como, enjoying some nice gelato, and feeling that warm breeze across your skin, the sun warming your body? That calm, that pride, that feels good. So get into it. Lean into that satisfaction, that gratitude to your past self for doing all the things that you've done to get you there. That love, that pride, that joy. Let that feeling fill your body, not just your head. And that's an interesting statement. I am curious to employ Robert Bruce's energy work and seeing if that might absolutely add to this process by moving energy with intent throughout your body. Cliff says that the pineal and pituitary and emotional centers in the brain release energies like hormones and sensations into the body. 4. Tie the emotion to your body and nervous system. Bring awareness to specific zones like the spine and vagus nerve area, the vagus nerve area, the core and the PC muscle, I'm not going to say it again, the deep pelvic floor muscle. Light exercise or focused contractions like slow, intense reps near failure are used to force your attention and focus your attention into a muscle group and create a tangible, lingering vibration and tingling there. Now, while the physical sensation is strong, you simultaneously hold that mental image or phrase and emotion. Now, moving on to number 5, you build up that charge for some days or weeks. You do it over and over and over again regularly. Repeat this process for a period, he says. Hold the outcome in your lemma. Raise your emotion, direct it into body sensations, maybe even just taking a walk. And stop each session when you feel like your bucket is full. The emotion is strong, your body feels charged, the image feels solid. 6, and this is a crucial step, stop and assume that it's done. At the end of each session, or after enough sessions, deliberately stop putting more energy into it. Let it go. Adopt the inner feeling that it's accomplished. Don't keep poking the bear. Don't keep looking at the thought, looking at it and saying, is it here yet? Don't look around and check for it, because that puts you back into a place that's not being there. It puts you in the place of looking for it. Number 7, return to normal life, aligned with your outcome. Do your life. Take those ordinary actions that you got to do each day. Eat some good food, treat yourself right, get good sleep, take steps toward your goal. Applying for work, building projects. Don't wait in your living room for the outcome to come about. Recognize that it is inevitable and that you are taking steps to have it appear in your 3D experience. 8, let the time lag play out. Not necessarily the easiest part. There is a delay between energetic work and the physical reflection. Often that result appears after you've genuinely stopped obsessing. When you've stopped wanting and you recognize in some felt, emotional, tangible, interior sense, you've got it. You're just moving toward it now. He says that sometimes people miss their own success because they've genuinely just moved on and don't connect the dots. Number 9, refine this through practice, like a skill, like any skill, like riding a bike or driving a car. He compares it to learning Aikido rolls. You can hear a million explanations. Your body and mind, though, will eventually click into a smooth movement through repeated attempts. Keep at it. Manifestation is similar. You're training coordination of mind, emotion, and body until it becomes intuitive. 10. Maintain ethical and emotional hygiene. Using destructive emotions, a la PK Man, like rage or hatred, it might work in the short term, but it is corrosive and can cause real harm to you. PK Man did not have a happy ending. He says that that's why many spiritual traditions tie manifestation to moral frameworks, so they can keep your intent aligned with well-being, not control or harm. Fascinating, wonderful, and very clear. I look forward to putting this into practice. I look forward to all of you living out exactly what it is you want to live out in this life, and seeing humanity level up by employing more and more of these techniques to awaken what is truly within us, which is so much more power than our modern society wants us to recognize. Let's do it, everybody. Thanks for hanging. I'll catch you on the next one.
Hang with Mr. Douglas. Yeah.